everyone. My name's Kim. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2018. Today I would like to share with you one of my favorite suites from the January to June 2021 mini catalog from Stampin' Up! It's called Well Suited. So let me turn my camera around and get started. So this is the January to June 2021 mini catalog by Stampin' Up! And the suite that I'm going to share with you can be found on page 66 and 67. It's called the Well Suited Suite. It's a very handsome and masculine suite that includes a stamp set, dies, 12 by 12 designer series paper, and a navy blue and basic gray twine combo pack. The entire suite can be purchased for $66. You could also just purchase the stamp set and dies for a bundled discount savings of $47.50. So let's dive right in and look at the products that are included in this suite. The stamp set is called Handsomely Suited, and that's exactly what it is. It has several masculine greetings, 2 different bow ties, and 2 long Windsor knot ties. It also includes the dies, which I've cut out for you in addition to showing them. The long tie coordinates nicely with both of the long ties from the stamp set, and the 2 sizes of bow ties also coordinate with the bow ties in the stamp set. The rest of these pieces can be used independently, such as this piece, which turns out to be a belt, or it could be used as the front placket for your buttons on a shirt, or for suspenders, which we also have dies for suspender clips. We have the top knot for a Windsor tie. We have the knot for the bow ties. We have the V that cuts out the shirt insert. We have the shirt collar. We have the lapels for the jacket, the pocket trim, and we have a die that cuts out all 6 buttons at the same time, which are embossed. This suite also includes beautiful DSP. We have 6 different 12 by 12 sheets that are 2-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This side is mostly grays, blacks, and blues. And on the other side, we have some florals, pinstripe, stripes, and a plaid. The navy blue, basic gray, poppy parade, Cajun craze, smoky slate, Pacific point. Those are the colors that are included in the papers. Which brings us to the twine, and you get both a gray and a navy blue twine. These are a nice weight. They make beautiful bows, if you want to call a masculine twine beautiful, but they just tie up really nice and don't add a lot of bulk to any of your projects. So let's set all of that aside and look at what I've created using this suite. The first project was a calendar, and because January starts the new year, I was giving out calendars to my coworkers, family, and friends. But my husband needed something that was less floral and a little bit more masculine. So I created a polo style easel, calendar, and post-it note set. I've included a little pocket for an ink pen. This can fold almost completely flat for mailing if that was something that needed to be done. The next cards that I'm created were created using several of the celebration papers with a qualifying order of $50 or more before taxes and shipping. You can get beautiful DSP as one of your choices for free papers. We have the Oso Ombre paper, which are included on these 2 samples. We have the Flowers and Fields 12 by 12 designer series paper on this card, and then on this card it's the Paper Blooms 12 by 12 DSP. This next card is a simple stamping card because it doesn't require the use of dies, just ink and paper and a paper trimmer. So I used the tie from the Handsomely Suited stamp set and just stamped it in multiple colors, adding a black ribbon to give it some pizzazz and a thank you. So a simple thank you card. This card I created using 2 of the stamp sets from the Handsomely Suited stamp. And those included the You're the Best and To One of the World's Greatest Dads. I did use a masking technique to block off the top and bottom so that it just created the words World's Greatest. Here's another way to use these stamps, making them a background pattern on your paper, which brings to life and the focus on the DSP. Again, another masculine card. This card I created and shared in a recent card swap. But you might be asking me, how come this tie is shorter than the tie in the stamp? So what I did is I stamped it on the Pacific blue, and then very carefully I took my Stampin' Write basic black marker and just drew off the bottom in between the diamonds on the stamp so that it looked like it was supposed to be that short. So bringing life and acknowledgement to the DSP for this paper. On the inside, I added a bow tie and I used the tailored tag punch. Here I've created a handsome Valentine's Day card using that paisley print from the DSP, which is both masculine and romantic at the same time. I did use the Have a Happy Father's Day stamp set here, but I also used the Make a Difference stamp set to create the Valentine's Day banner that you see. Here's a fun card using the Whale of a Time 6 by 6 designer series paper stack. Just something fun to send happy thoughts. Navy blue and basic gray, a classic combination that looks so good together. Have a Happy Father's Day and a gatefold card. Another version of just showcasing the DSP from the suite. And this greeting is from the Many Messages stamp set and coordinating dies that are also listed in the January to June 2021 mini catalog. As stampers, we're always looking for ways to make the most out of our products, both stamps and dies. Here, I created a pair of pants out of the floral, the navy blue and floral DSP from the Well Suited suite, and using the V that would make the shirt piece, I flipped it upside down and made a pair of pants, adding pockets and a belt or waistband to the pants. I also used the navy blue twine for a pull on the note that's in the pocket. This note, thank you ever so much, is also part of that Many Messages stamp set and dies in the mini catalog. Again, using the V, I created this card to represent the sun rays from the on this card. Stampin' Up! Used to have a sunburst die, and when that retired, I was very sad. So I found another way to create the same look. Well, after that, I decided I had to do a little bit more. This one, though, instead of using the V from the shirt, I actually used the tie. And initially I wanted this to be a 4th of July Independence Day card, so its pattern or its color combination is the blues and reds. All I did is take the tie and I cut various ties to decorate this. And then after I looked at it, I thought it would make a great congratulations or you're the best birthday in July. Adding the silver stars just makes it pop. So a couple of my favorite cards are next. This is to one of the world's greatest dads. I'm showcasing the papers and the long tie. These ties are very long. They're almost a full 4 inches. So it's hard to make them on the landscape style card. It needs to go more on the vertical or portrait style. So putting this here allowed me to put you in there and really make that an important card. Another one of my favorites is this card. I used the postal punch and cut out the background layers, showcasing the blues from this set. Again, putting it with the basic gray as a classic look. Then for a pop of color, because of the poppy parade that's in this plaid, I also cut out one of the bow ties. I did stamp the happy birthday to you in basic gray, die cut it, and then I stamped it again in poppy parade, allowing myself to add that pop of color in 3 places on this card. And if you can notice, that is the navy blue twine that I just wrapped around that postage punch piece. Now, the split circle card technique has been very popular this year, and while researching how to do that, I came across the kitchen table stamper who showcased how to do it with the circles as well as with our basic shapes dies. So this is all 4 layers, sizes of our basic shape squares cut in half and then put together in the same way that you would the split circle. I then took the belt or suspender die to make my banner and added the greeting, "You're the best." And then for a final touch, adding the black or the black matte dots from the mini catalog and a double bow from the navy blue and basic gray twine. I knew that I wanted to create a gift card holder, so I designed this card. But I didn't want a card that opened so that the gift card wouldn't fall out. So I created a pocket card. And you pull this shirt out, and I apologize, my gift card is not in there anymore, but the suspenders is what holds the card in place. So even when they pull it out, it's not going to fall off. The cool thing that I discovered when you put this back in, the top of the gray on my gift card actually almost looks like a cummerbund on a man's tuxedo. You can put your greeting underneath. If you didn't need a gift card holder, you could always use this as a wonderful true gentleman's card. Congratulations, anniversary, job well done. But when I saw the way that this went together and I knew it was the perfect gentleman's card, I decided I needed to pair it with the whiskey business. So I created a little drink glass and I paired that with the happy anniversary stamp from the Many Messages stamp set and die from the mini catalog. And now I have the perfect anniversary card for my husband. The next cards that I'm going to share with you are designed with the beginning stamper, the advanced stamper, and the avid stamper in mind. I created 3 different versions of the same card. This is the beginning stamper's card. So it's just using cards or paper, ink, and stamps. I put both of my bow tie stamps on the same block so that I could stamp them at the same time. Stamping them in basic gray on a 3.5 by 3.5 piece of white cardstock. And when I was doing this, you just rotate the cardstock. Oh, let's see, how did I do that? I had the striped one on top, rotate my paper 90 degrees, and do it again. As you saw, I did change up the bow tie because this one I wanted to focus on to bring attention to, and I wanted it in the middle, not at the top. Using the Stampin' Blends dark and light Poppy Parade markers, I then outlined and shaded in that one bow tie to make it pop. I adhered it with Stampin' Seal, and then I used You're the Best to stamp down on the bottom. You could easily change up that greeting to any one of the wonderful greetings in this on the Handsomely Suited stamp set, because they would all work. I chose that one because of the way that I advanced the stamp or the card. So this is the first one. Next is the Avid Crafter. On this one, I added a banner down here, which I used the tailored tag punch to banner my ends. This piece is a 1/2 inch by 2.5 inches. I also stamped one bow tie on the Poppy Parade cardstock, just a scrap, and then cut it out by hand. Adding dimensions brings interest, as well as here, by adding dimensions underneath the banner, it brings interest. And to step it up, I added the pinstripe basic gray designer series paper in the background. The final step on this one for the advanced crafter then includes, it's the same layout. I've just cut out 2 pieces of bow tie in the designer series paper. I added the red layer underneath, so if this is 3.5 by 3.5, this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I added a strip of Poppy Parade here as well, and then I made a raised banner with here for more interest and added the silver pearls. I hope you've enjoyed all of these wonderful projects that I have shared with you today from the Well Suited Suite on page 66 and 67 of the January to June 2021 mini catalog. Give it a try. You will love it. It's great for the man in your life. Happy crafting. Bye now.